What the hell? Hello? What the fuck is going on? I demand you let me out of here! Hey. Look, last night was amazing. I don't get into this kind of thing. Well, okay, sometimes I do, but not right now. So, could you untie me? This is some kinky shit, isn't it? Look, just because I did one movie where I was in this situation, that does not mean that I enjoy it. Wait. I was tortured and killed in that film. Oh, God. Help! Help me! Hello? I know you're there. Look, I'm sorry. Honestly, this is not the first time that I forgot a guy's or girl's name, for that matter. Shit, that's probably not the best thing to say. Look, just let me go, and I promise that this will stay between us. God, this is just great.
Quite the predicament she's in. All tied up and alone, with nothing but the light of judgment shining down upon her. This is going to be good. Welcome, my little love deviants. I'm Cupidity, your hostess with the mostest, here to guide you on a journey into the mind of a woman who doesn't quite grasp the idea of true love. This situation can only lead us into a place that I hold dear to my heart. Into the depths of splintered love. Oh, this isn't what it looks like. I'm just making sure she can't get loose. Meet Brooke Matheson. Her idea of a relationship revolves around getting everything she wants, or everything she at least thinks she deserves. Unknown to Brooke, she's about to come face to face with a little thing we call consequence. Good luck.
Okay, I was a little freaked out before, but now I'm really getting freaked. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Within reason.
That is what got you here in the first place.
I knew you were there. What do you want with me?
Answers.
Answers to what?
Brooke Matheson, age 25.
24, actually. Who are you? You're not the guy I was with last night.
Like I said, age 25. Born into a wealthy family that supplied you with everything to succeed in life, including your career in acting, which in turn you abandoned after the roles you took were beyond you.
They didn't appreciate my performances.
That's because you sucked. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about what got you to this point.
Okay, first of all, I didn't suck. Secondly, are you that guy's dad or something? Because, look, he's a great guy, from what I could tell. I was totally gonna see him again. Eventually.
My apologies. I didn't properly introduce myself. I'm Cain, and I'm gonna be your best friend for as long as it takes.
Takes for what?
To dig deep into your soul. Tell me, Brooke, what value did he hold?
What?
Well, he must have held some value for you to use your unique skills to court him.
Oh. I get it. You think that I was just using him to gain access to the most prestigious country club around. Let me tell you, that's not true. I've had my eye on...
Kevin.
Really? Huh. Looks more like a Brian or...
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I just want to know what's going on. Because the last thing I remember, I was sleeping next to Brian.
Still Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin. The next thing I know, I'm here talking to a strange guy who's nicely dressed, I might add.
Oh, thank you. I do try to look my best when meeting new people.
What's in the bucket? No, I'm not peeing in that.
Do you remember the name Pete Hofstede?
Who?
Senior year of high school? Drama class?
Goofy looking kid with glasses? Yeah, I remember Pete. Kind of a dork, but we dated for a few months. We were both gonna perform in Midsummer Night's Dream.
And you didn't get the role you wanted, or at least not till you were dating Pete for a month, right?
Well, he was Miss Langley's favorite, so we had some pull.
Ah. Luckily, that pull granted you the role you so desperately wanted. So tell me, what happened after you got that role?
We had our differences, and we broke up. I don't understand where you're going with this.
Pete never got to perform with that play, did he?
No, he got sick and ended up in a hospital.
A mental hospital.
Still a hospital.
And yet, you went on like nothing ever happened. How many times did you tell Pete you loved him?
I don't know. I didn't think I needed to keep track.
But you did.
Yeah, I'm sure I might have mentioned it at some point. Yeah, look, this is all very interesting, but I've got things to do, so...
Timothy Layton?
What is this? A trip down memory lane of my relationships?
If relationships is what you want to call them. But please, let's get back to Timothy.
Timothy. Nope, got nothing.
Does this ignite your memory?
Looks cheap. Please tell me you're not gonna propose to someone with that.
Timothy used this very ring to propose to you. And ironically, it said the same thing to him.
Oh, that Timothy. Hey, I did love him. Okay, so don't even go there.
He loved him on the trip to the Riviera, till he got down on his knees to propose. One could almost see the exact moment his heart shattered, when you laughed at him. Memories are coming back now, huh? You walking away while he's kneeling in the sand, alone. And yet, he went on like nothing happened while you gave him the cold shoulder. And you couldn't wait to break up with him the moment you landed.
We had our differences.
A common occurrence with everyone you've ever loved.
Okay, stop doing that with your fingers. It's irritating. Besides, most relationships end for differences. Okay, I'm getting tired of this crap. You better let me go now.
We have so much more to cover. Would you like some water?
No, I don't want any water. I want to be let loose.
We have so much more to go over before I even entertain the thought of letting you go.
Okay, I've made a few bad decisions in life. God, who hasn't? I can tell you someone who has. You, by holding me hostage and digging into my sex life.
I'll ask you again. Would you like some water?
I want to get out of here, and preferably alive.
That remains to be seen.
What does that mean? Answer me! What does that mean?
From a night of lovemaking to this. Poor Brooke. Sad, scared, alone. Probably worried about what might happen to her next. One might start to feel bad for her. Have an ounce of compassion for poor Brooke. Not me. Maybe Brooke is finally realizing that love is not a word that is simply meant to be tossed around. I wish someone would toss me around.
Good job, Brooke. Great going, getting into this predicament. Probably should start looking deeper into the people I date.
Have a nice nap.
How long was I out for?
To be honest, I'm not sure.
You didn't look down my top or do twisted shit to me while I was out, did you?
I have no interest in you at all like that.
Thanks. So, what's with the flowers? Trying to get on my good side?
Not at all. I'm sure you've had plenty in your past relationships.
I'll give you credit. At least it's a dozen. Think I could trouble you for some of that water?
Be no trouble at all.
Wow. Such a compassionate guy. I'm sure you have women dying to get with you.
You could say that.
Well, if you think you can keep me here just to... I get it. You're holding me captive, just like you think I held people's hearts captive, right? Clever. So then what does that make you, a sick perv who loves tying women up for his own amusement?
I've come across plenty of men in my line of work as well.
Okay, so you're a bisexual perv.
Miss Matheson, I have a simple task to do, and I'd like to get it done soon.
Who are you?
Perhaps the proper question should be, what am I? But I digress. Let's continue, shall we?
What do you mean, what you are?
All will become clear in time, my dear.
No. Tell me, or I'm not saying another word.
I've got all the time in the world. You, on the other hand,
Look, I can't help who falls in love with me.
that's true. But you can't control how far you take that love.
Yeah, I get it. This is some It's a Wonderful Life type shit. You're my little Clarence and you're trying to teach me how I've affected others.
That's half of the story.
Then what's the other half? Huh? Look, if you're gonna kill me, just do it and get it over with. Actually, scratch that. Forget I said it. Bitch, let me go! Fine. Let's get this over with. Who's next?
Why don't we try something a little different? You tell me a story about someone.
Okay. Alex?
Oh, that's a good one. I was going to get to him eventually, but as long as you brought it up, what can you tell me about Alex?
I was in love with him, and he treated me like no other man had. I mean, he showered me with gifts, but that wasn't what I cared about. I felt needed. I felt loved. Only problem was he was married, but I didn't care.
What else?
What do you mean? I found out that it was his wife, Janie, who had this family trust fund, and Alex had nothing. Well, except
what?
love for me.
Go on.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would date a woman or that one would fall in love with me, but there we were. Just like him and I were. In hotel rooms, in the car, didn't matter. And after a romantic night, she told me she was getting a divorce.
What happened to Alex?
He died in a car accident.
He drove his car 100 miles an hour into a tree. Just hours after finding out his wife left him for you.
I had no control over that.
A woman he had loved for 17 years had left him for the woman he was dating.
No. No. You cannot pin all of that on me. Let's not forget, it was him who was having an affair.
Who initiated it? What happened to the love you had for Alex? Say it, Brooke. Say it.
I lied, okay?
Lied about what?
About loving him. I thought I did. I just want this to be over.
And Janie?
I left her.
Why?
I was bored, and I moved on. I played with her heart like it was my personal toy. I played with all their hearts. Is that what you want to hear? That's the point of this little charade, right?
Let's move on. We've got a lot to cover. What about Daniel?
Stop it! Okay, just stop! Look, maybe I loved all of them. Maybe I didn't.
I find it interesting that you bring up Alex and Janie. Is it because they affected you more than others?
Look, if you want an apology from me for all the people I've left, you're never gonna get it. Let me tell you something. I'm not any different from anyone else. Everyone I've been around is out for themselves. The only difference is I'm not afraid to admit it. And if that's not what you want to hear, you can go fuck yourself.
I think we're done here.
So I can go? Did I pass my little trial?
Not exactly.
What does that mean?
Well, you see, Brooke, in order to fall in love, you have to have a heart. Unfortunately, you don't have one. Never did. Never will. I really need a vacation. Riviera sounds good.
Oh, another happy ending. Oh, poor Brandy, or Brianna, Beth, oh, Brooke. Sorry, I forget names sometimes. Tisk, tisk, tisk. And she was just on the cusp of understanding that true love has value. Unfortunately for Brooke, she'll never understand that true love takes two hearts beating in unison. Until next time, my lovelies.